Maximus Analysis here for August 5th, 2016, and we see we have another up day. So looking here on the weekly, you can see how tight the range has been for the past 2 weeks, and they're closed near the highs. Now my resistance point that I posted out and let you guys know is 2184, 2186 tops for the target for here, and that's what I'm looking at. So again, I will continue to say that this is not the area I want to get long at all. I want to trade dips. These aren't the most, here, it was a little hard for me right here. I will not lie. But I don't want to take it long right here. Again, these are the levels that I'm looking at. 2100, 2193.5, and 2080 are the levels that I prefer to take a long off of. Right here, right now, I still think they're going to come and take out the breakout high. I just don't see this action continuing, and I will continue to watch. Again, I am short some SPY, so I'm going to continue to watch that. Again, I trade off this time frame versus the shorter ones. The daily, again, they close near the high, and we'll continue to watch. Again, a lot of people say that this is a dip. I don't see it like that. After such 2 weeks of disgusting action, again, any flush up, I'm not taking this breakout right now. Not after this move. So I will continue to say that, and again, I'd rather keep my powder dry than to chase, and I don't think that we should be chasing at all. Again, the 2151 is last week's low. They got to that and went down 10 points and then basically ripped back up to the upside. I still am not going to just because of where we are within the move. We're 5 candles in, or 6 candles in, and the candle sizes are starting to get smaller, and this isn't some big, revelation, move like this. I'm still going to wait for this one. NQ. Okay, we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks without a break of a low at all. I'm not going to go long right here. Again, I prefer to take the long around 4,600 or 45.5. I trade my plan and I stick to it. Again, I do not think you should be starting something here unless you are willing to put your stop underneath here. Unless you're willing to do that, you're going to have to leave this alone or look at an aggressive time frame, hourly, 2-hour chart to get into this move. YM. Again, we know what the YM is. So again, we're watching here. They're giving a little bit. Again, some people might say this is a little flag. It could be, but again, I'm not trading this long to this. I'm just not going to do that for this. Plus, I don't like that YM anyway. 30 components. I'm not really messing with that. Crude actually looked really good, setting up very well from what we've been talking about. Again, the inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, a little bit higher. Again, 3809 is the area that we'll look at to hold, but I like this setup a lot, and you can see it within the components that are here. You got ExxonMobil. It's kind of looking okay. Again, based on this, again, it's probably scary for a lot of people, but you have a hammer with high volume against this previous level right here as support. So your stop would be below that. I like that one. I also like, who else was it? Okay, it'll come back to me. I think it was BP. Was it BP? Yeah, BP was looking a little bit good as well to hold these levels, to hold this high right here. So again, a break above that. Maybe you could see something going to the upside in regards to that as well. You had, so a lot of other components in that oil sector was looking real good. And that was the only sector that I was seeing. I was like, okay, that one kind of makes sense. Gold, I tweeted out on Tuesday to go break even on the trade. If you took it, hopefully you saw the tweet. I tweeted out like every day, just wait. And again, if you took the breakout here, your stop would be here. But I wanted to go because I just didn't like the way the daily action was going, and they pulled very hard today. Let's go on the 15-minute for gold, and you can see that they pulled very hard from it. So we really have to see what's going on in regard to that. So I was looking at that. I was looking at oil. I was like, okay, oil came back actually. Most of the day it came back. But then I started looking at a lot of the credit markets, trying to say like, okay, what's going on here? We got ZB, T-bonds, another one that's given an engulfing pattern right there. You also have what is it, ZF as well, flush down. So I'm like, okay, because most people will be like, all right, well, that's because everybody's getting back into the stocks. I'm like, not here. Something seems a little off. And but again, that's fine. And you have the pound that also is still lower. So we'll continue to watch. Again, this is ZB. Again, it's the T-bonds that I was just saying from before. So kind of really looking at that. Also had silver kind of drop out of bed, and you're going to see if they're going to hold this gap lower. But again, I prefer to get that gold at the levels that we wanted. Again, the 1314.5 levels held up great. If they break that one, would want to get the 1300 to the 1287.5. Now look at some names. You see that Priceline moved up in a major way from earnings. Again, this is another name. Just leave. You can see this box of chop. Just kind of leave it alone. I took these trades a couple times, and I had to hold them for 6 weeks to make them even move. And the Brexit, I actually was really short, and I kind of was like, damn, this is gonna get me. And it flushed down. I took all of them off. But again, I'm just kind of letting you guys know, just be careful with this name because of how it's looking. Again, it still looks like it could have some upside potential, but not right here, right now. Amazon still looks decent. I have these price levels here, and I'm sticking to them. Again, this is the target area to say, all right, I would take off profits and look at what the retracement is going to do. I said 800 could be a potential magnet, but this is overhead resistance, so we got to watch. Google, same deal, 821. If it gets up to there, I'm actually going to fade. If it touches it, and I'll see how the action goes into that, maybe using a smaller time frame to get in, but I'm going to fade this level because again, that's the target from these lows. If it blows past it, I'll take a small loss because I'm going to fade this level versus just waiting for that, or I'll wait for a lower high. Also, the other names, you had Tesla kind of chopping around. Still, again, another one that's just sideways and kind of just want to see it resolve itself. Facebook was up, okay, it tapped the area this week, didn't move at all. So it's very, very tight range since it tapped that high. That's what I'm looking for to see if they're going to get above it. Again, another one, I'm finding more shorts versus longs right now, which is telling me something that stuff is just overbought. And I will continue to hold this short. Again, a couple closes over 21.84.87 area. I will get out of my SPY short, but right now I'm still looking to say something isn't. And again, the Dow had its, stuff is moving like crazy. But also, let me just look at the banking sector, XLF, and again, it's all about time frame. So you can see they broke above these highs, which is decent. Again, it just was chopping sideways. The names that I typically look at is Goldman Sachs is up $4 today. Looks like it could actually move up a little bit based on the strong move. Maybe move up, and let's see what happens when it tests the 200-day again. You have Citigroup. Again, Citigroup, same type of pattern. Go figure. JP Morgan, same type of pattern. Better because it's actually holding above its 200-day moving average. And then you have Morgan Stanley. That again we'll continue to see. And again, I had that this one, out of all of them, I find this one to be the weakest of all of them, showing this 5-way pattern that I showed on the 5-way bear flag. So let's take this stuff off, right? Let's really get a lot of this stuff off here and just kind of go simple and say, okay, this is what we got. Oops, this is what we got. This is what we got. So but where's the trend? Okay, trend is still down. So low risk. Again, this is the upward resistance point. So if it even pushed up to here, that would even be better for me because it'd be 5-way with a higher, and then I'll take that. So continue to watch. Again, I do not want to take anything at this time on the ES in regards to the longs, and I'm sticking to it. All right, take care.